got one too many projects now. Maybe 10 too many projects. And in order to work on the projects, I have to clean up from the other projects and move the other projects. And too many projects. Clean up all these Allen keys that I knocked over the other day. That was perfect. Okay. Get all this junk out of the way. Precious, useful junk. Commercial already, huh? All right. I see how it's going to be. Gonna have to use the mini lathe a little bit today. Don't have to, choosing to. Seat. Gosh. My magnets. Okay. Should get the brakes fixed on this thing first. I've been saying I'm going to do it for a while. I guess I'll just... Yeah. Well, the brakes are right there. Isn't that convenient? And the brake pad just fell out. I don't think I even have the right bolts, but might as well check. Random brake caliper sitting around here somewhere. Yeah. There it is. There it is. All right. So this is the missing piece. Interesting. I guess I'll save that. Let me at least check and see if my bolts are the right size. M10 1.25. Let's see, these are 80 millimeters. Make sure this is the right thread first. Yeah, that's good. Way too long, that's okay. Actually, maybe it'll be just perfect. Try that. Yeah, I guess I should do the CV750 some justice. All right, I'm gonna read some of these chats. What's up, Grayson T? What's the model? So right now I'm working on model. You're talking about the motorcycle model? It's a CV750, 1977. I am going to put the front brake caliper on it right now. All right, semi set up. Okay. Is it late there? Max, let's see. 9:16, not too late. Usually I'd be making all this noise at midnight, so I think I'm getting an early start. So I'm basically in the process of
what if you can create your
listening to this commercial?
Saying, this is what I want. With Wix, you can't.
I'm in the process of putting this brake caliper and brake reservoir on the CV750 if I find the brake pad that I just dropped. Yeah, I found it. Just gonna see if this works. Last time I tried to ride this thing and just having the rear brakes is a little sketchy. So I'm gonna see if I can throw this caliper on here, if it will do anything or work. I don't know if I got the right size bolts, I just guessed. For a guess, I guess it's pretty good. Let me move this bike, move this camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Right now it is like 9:20 max. Set the camera up here. There we go. Nice. Well, hopefully you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I clean off this caliper side a little bit first, since I just got it off of eBay. I'm not really going to use this these forks on this bike forever, so this is just for riding around a little bit. Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, let's see if this works. This music is perfect for this to work right now. or for me to put this part in upside down. That's also the perfect time music for me to do that. Nice. Seems like it's either threading in there perfectly or it's cross-threading it. I'm good with either. Oh, don't tell me I got the wrong one. What? No way. Let me take this off and try it off of there. Make sure. No. This is not the right one. Jiminy Christmas. Come on. Dang it. I knew it was too good to be true. This is not the correct caliper. Dang it. It looked exactly the same. Except I guess it's a tiny bit smaller. I wish I would have noticed that. Dang it. Slightly different. I think. No, it is. The spacing is off. Dang it. Well, I guess I could modify this bracket. Ay, ay, ay. That's too much. Well, I guess I'm not digging into this right now. That sucks. So basically, I bought this caliper bracket piece thinking that this was it looked exactly the same. For this caliper. And bought this caliper online. I was like, this looks identical. At least I thought it did. And it turns out the hole spacing on this one is a little bit, I think a little bit farther apart. No, it's a little bit closer together. So I'm guessing this was for an earlier year and this is the 79 or 77. Oh, that's so annoying. Some proprietary decision. They're like, you know what? Let's just slightly change it. Let's make it 1/8 of an inch farther apart. So now I'm suffering from that. So yeah, this caliper is obviously completely useless to me now. That's nice. My dreams of riding the CB750 are going to have to wait. Or maybe it's a sign I should just mess around with the Springer. It's kind of tempting. Let me grab that Springer out. Maybe I'll be inspired to start touching the frame. Grab this little Springer out of here. I'm not sure what bike these forks came off of, but I got these at the swap meet for I think $60. They are buried in the shadow realm of the garage. Okay. This is the workout of the day. Maneuvering these things through here. I got the perfect song to do it too. All right, here it is. Oh crap! Hold up, let me skip this dang commercial. Out of breath. Yeah, these are the Springer forks that I got for this bike. I don't know what originally they came off of. It looks like a 1-inch stem. So maybe it was a Harley. I'm not sure. It's got these cool, what is this called? Drop it in the comments what this is called on a Springer fork, because my mind is completely melted from work this week. I cannot even fathom. Anyways, the spring rate on this seems really like, I don't know, flimsy for anything substantial. So that I'm not sure of. Also, I don't know about these fork legs. I don't know what they're made out of or anything. But the stem, it looks like it's from the bottom of the tree. Or yeah, from the bottom of the lower tree. It's like 9 3/4. So if I were to use it on this, 9 3/4. Oh yeah, that'd be good. I think I could actually put it on there without even freaking doing anything to the frame. Maybe these, well, let me see how far it is on the actual surface before the threads. So, kind of hard to tell. I guess it would be probably from there to there, like 8 5/8. 8 oh yeah, that'd be good. I think try to make it work. Yeah, these are kind of cool. Something that is cool about these forks that I kind of wanted to buy them too. It's got these nuts right here, so I'm guessing that you could potentially extend these and just use like the trees for it, and you know, possibly get better springs and stuff. But yeah, I'll probably end up putting these on this bike. But obviously I'm not doing that right now. Trying to help my buddy out and get his little pit bike kind of squared away. So I'm going to be using the lathe and trying to make a little axle spacer, because that's what that lathe is kind of capable of doing. Not anything crazy. You pull this bike out and pull the other bike in. Okay. This bike is a SSR 150, and tomorrow I'm getting a clutch cable for it. And clutch perch. So I'm going to be installing that tomorrow. What the heck is this commercial? I don't even want to know. I'm guessing soda. The bike shop. All right. So let me actually measure this axle and see. I guess I'll pull it in the other way. Could just pivot it around, but I don't want to mess up the kickstand or my back. Let me move this out here. Make it a little bit easier on myself. Okay. All right. So right now I'm just going to do a couple things. Use the lathe and either modify or make a little bit of a longer wheel spacer for this wheel, because it is the wheel spacer is missing, and I'm guessing it has something to do with possibly, I don't know, the rear brake or something. But I'd like to put a little wheel spacer on there because it'd be fairly easy for me to make and beneficial for this bike. So let's see, it's probably a 19. Yep. And I'll need another 19. I'll hold that side. Or, yeah. Nice. Not a 19, so it's probably a 17 on that side. Yeah. All right. Probably not deep enough, maybe. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. Come on. No wonder it was like that. So, the swing arm was like pretty crushed. Let me actually swap this camera view around. The swing arm was like, this spacer right here could only move like about 1/8 of an inch. So the swing arm was pushed in that far squeezed in. I'm guessing because part of the brake is missing, and that was the way to remedy it. So that's fun. Get this camera set up. I am actually working on a solution to not have to do this and have just multiple cameras set up at the spots where I'm normally working on stuff. All right, so here are the perfect. It's the important stuff. Just going to finish taking this off, and I'm just gonna slip this spacer out of here, and that way I can just get the dimensions for it and stuff. Mainly just the inner diameter, and then I'll just make him one nice long spacer instead of this thing, which is not good. All right, just gotta hold up the entire pit bike with my right hand for 5 seconds. Oh, good. Almost slipped out. Oh, that's why. Oopsie. So the guy popped out. Little axle adjuster. There it goes. Nice. Okay, so that's out of there. And got the little spacer out. So now I can throw this thing on the lathe and make a little bit of a longer one. And at least until we can get the brake caliper and rotor, I think it's like $30, so not too bad. Then we can replace all that. In the meantime, at least we can just ride around the front brake. I already filled that up and bled it yesterday without you guys. Sorry.
You can't stop this. I don't go slow. I might knock knock. Say yo yo.
I was too excited to work on it, so you know, things happen. Sometimes I get a little too excited to work on things. And I do it without recording anything. All right, so of course I don't have any spacers that are long enough, but that's never stopped me before. Oh, this isn't even the right spacer anyways. Well, let's see. Let's see what I have here. Oh, this thing just came stumbling out. This little tiny Harley bag came jumping out after me. Could use this, probably not. Not for a axle spacer. Some Delrin, probably not. Could just use some mild steel, but this is going to take forever to drill through. I'm thinking an aluminum spacer would be easy. I think I have one more thing of spacers, actually. Worth looking. Washers, rubber, springs, no. Homemade taser? Uh-oh. Forgot about this. You guys ever make a taser at home? I took a taser apart once and saw the components, and it's just this little power magnifier thing. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. You could look it up. It's very easy to find. But I looked up online if you could connect them together. So I connected 3 of them together. I guess I wired them in parallel. And essentially you can hook it up to a battery. I put this little momentary push button switch on here. And it's just essentially like a regular taser, except I'm guessing the power is amplified a lot. And these would be like the two taser ends, these two wires. So I could get them really close and it'd be really concentrated, or pull it really far apart and the taser would be like a really long stream of electricity. My buddy was over here, I was doing it. Hey, what's up, Randalls? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. And I didn't realize electricity would jump through the air, and this thing shocked me bad. And it was like, I wasn't even really close to it. I was like this, and it just went boom, and it shocked me. But yeah, homemade taser. That's fun. Probably shouldn't do that anymore. Okay. We just figure out what kind of material I could use. I think I have some aluminum. It'll be easy to just cut up and use. Thought I had some aluminum round stock. Check over here. How'd that go? Okay. Well, apparently all my little aluminum pieces have disappeared. Into the abyss of the garage. So I might just have to cut another piece. Or something else. Let's see. Handlebars here. What is that? Man, I could have sworn I had like a million big pieces of aluminum that I was doing absolutely nothing with up until I needed them. I have a pretty big piece of aluminum here, but I take way too long. Let me move some of this stuff and see if I can find
We
them.
are not a traditional cafe. We're completely unconventional.
Are you
My website
unconventional?
really has to capture the same magic.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm the
Hey, Aaron. Your cafe is amazing, from what I hear. All right, I'm gonna reset this. Oh, there's a piece right there. Nice. Okay. Found something. All right. Oh, not much. What's up with you, Randall? Randall? Anybody call you Randy? My buddy Randy has vanished off the face of the earth. I have no way of contacting him. Last I talked to him, he said he's going to become a semi-truck driver, and then I just never talked to him again for like about 6 months. Yeah, found this piece of aluminum. I don't know what it is, 6061. You tell me. I'm not the freaking aluminum expert. How am I supposed to know? Is there a way to tell without it being stamped? It is an honest question. I'm genuinely curious. I'm not a metallurgist. I have a book in my garage. It says metal and structural science or something. I literally bought it because I thought it looked like something a smart person would have that was into metal fabrication. And someday I'll read it. Or I'll have AI download it into my brain. It's way easier. Okay. Not sure why. I'm not sure why I did this, but I devoted like probably a good, I don't know, 20 hours making this. Making this computer stop playing the music. Let's see, what did I do here? Oh, that's what's going on. I am crushing the keyboard. Here we go. Here it is. So yeah, I probably spent about, I'd say 20 hours making this. I'm not sure why. And I legitimately wore it for a while riding my motorcycle. I became for some time some sort of like Final Fantasy character looking person. But check this out. I mean, these things move. I took time to like, it's hard to see, but I actually engraved on all this stuff. This was like my only thing I tried to make that was like made out of leather. But I made this like whole thing to stick my arm in there and cinch it all up. And it even has like a joint thing on there. I was legit riding my motorcycle around with this on in public with this dragon slaying gauntlet. Could you imagine seeing me roll down? My handlebars that I had over here are gone. Roll down the freeway with this thing on, ready to slay a dragon. Who cares about Game of Thrones? Look at this. Yeah. I legit like made this whole thing. This lives in the depths of the garage now, where it belongs. All right, forget this. Time to cut this metal up, put on the lathe. Let me just throw this thing together real quick. Throwing knives, okay. Right on the Charlie Brown toys, right? That's good. Let me get a quick measurement.
What's your worst essay grade?
Probably like a
An F.
Worst essay grade.
It's
probably like
for
60%.
sure. It's a 12%. Let's see. Rough estimate on this is gotta be at least inch and a half. Okay, so I'm just making like 2.5 inches so that I could have a decent amount for the lathe to grab onto. Grab something to mark this. My nice, oh there it is. My notorious long nib pen. I'll just make it 3 inches and make it way easy. Way easy. Way easier. I'll give you guys a cool view. Well, nah, it'll be vibrating like crazy and probably destroy the camera on my phone. We're getting stuff done. Nice. I need to sell that fender. I have not even looked at that fender, I don't think, one time. Why I bought it. That was a instinct buy. That was like seeing a candy bar at the store. Except I was at the swap meet and I saw a motorcycle fender and it was just like too cheap to even, I was like, I don't even care what it's for. And now look, smacking my head on it. And again, I have not even really glanced at it. Line this thing up a little bit better. Just gonna eyeball it. That's what I do best. Use my eyeball. Get that nice and flat on there. Every time I tighten up this Harbor Freight bandsaw, every time I tighten it up, its jaw will push up on the material a little bit. Sucks. And I've not fixed it yet. So let's see, where's my little thing of oil at? There it is. On my way. This is my bandsaw cutting playlist, in case you guys were wondering. I listen to this exact same song over and over every time I use my bandsaw. So, my favorite bandsaw song. Throw a little oil on there. So, scoop this little tray out so you catch some of this junk. All right, let's get to cutting. Nice. Easy breezy. Throw a little more oil on there. Help it out. Are you supposed to even throw oil on it when you're cutting aluminum? Trying to keep the blade cool. I'm also like keeping my hand underneath the bandsaw a little bit so it's not just like dropping straight down onto it. Nice. It's all cut off there. All right. I knew I had a piece of aluminum around here. All right. I will set this thing aside back where I found it. Back into the depths you go. Okay. And now I can set up the lathe. And you guys can watch me possibly get seriously injured. This is, in my opinion, the scariest tool I have. Maybe besides, well, maybe the little mini mill is semi-terrifying also, but I just think that the, I don't know, for some reason that lathe just, I imagine something flying off of it fairly easily, so I don't want to happen. It's going to be like a game of Tetris every time I want to use a tool. All right. Nice. The rat pink sign. It's always on. Not literally. Okay, let's see if I can get a cool angle. do you guys think this skull is? You guys think this is a deer? I got it from the swap meet. And I'm not sure what it is.
We did it. No, she's right there.
Good morning, guys.
Hold up. Hold on. Gosh. What do you guys think? A deer with its antlers cut off? Does that look like a deer skull? I bought it like this. I've never been hunting or anything, so I don't really know. But I do collect taxidermy stuff. And this seemed pretty interesting to me. Look at those lines on the skull. That's crazy. All the detail. Crazy. What do you guys think? Is it a deer? Looks like a deer to me. Or, I don't know. Maybe is it an elk? Or, I don't know. All right. Let's get this lathe set up. Hold up. Here we go. Nice. How's that point of view? Does that look insane, or can you not even see what's going on? Kind of looks weird to me. Let me move this Mike Myers out of here. Let me just get this set up and then I will adjust the camera. Okay. Let's see, is there anywhere else I could put this? Maybe I'll just put it on this pole right here. Or, I actually do a lot better. Alright, that was better in my opinion. Okay, so just record this. Need to get a new quick change tool post. This thing is completely battered up. I guess in theory I could make a new one, but I think by the time I make one, it would kind of be not worth my time, in my opinion, based on my skill level. Because it'd probably take me forever. I spent like such a long time trying to make a dang wheel. I made this little knob. Came out like crap. That's fine. I don't care. It works. Okay. Get my aluminum. All right. The thought of something flying out of this chuck, to me, terrifying. I've had a couple little things fly out, but nothing significant, so. I also got this lathe like 8 years ago for like $300 on eBay, so it's been in my hands for way too long. Let me get a little layout fluid real quick. Layout fluid. I don't need no dang layout fluid. This is, it ain't that crazy. I don't even know where my dang digital caliper is. Probably on my dang truck. Layout fluid. All right, that's going too far. I'll come to that road if I absolutely need it. At least get a little, yeah. I guess I'll use this little cheap caliper. I can use this. I'm good enough. Okay. Let me measure this real quick. Okay, that'll work. I'll just say it's going to be about hard to measure it with this all assembled, but I'll take my best educated guess, especially the way this hub is set up. Just get this axle adjuster out of the way and maybe get it better. Okay, yeah, that'll be better. Okay, so I'm gonna make this simple on myself because I am not good at standard. Sounds so, I don't know, gross, I guess. But it makes way more sense. 41.8 millimeters. I'm working on a little pit bike, so it's 41.8. I'll just write it right here, 41.8. That will fade off with time, so don't worry about it. Stop being so concerned. All right, so I'm just going to translate this onto here. Get this out of here. Okay, and got a little scribe line on there. It's not a very straight cut. That'll work. Okay. Eyeball it. I guess I'll make it a little bit bigger, like that. And just try that. Okay. Yeah, for some reason on this lathe, on mine in particular, it will just randomly turn on and turn off. So it's not the safest thing, but that's why I make sure I kept this on there. And I think I actually made a little bit of a bigger one than the normal one. I think the normal one only goes down to here maybe. But I also made this little chip plate a long time ago. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, let me try that and see. Plug it in. Oh, it is plugged in. Nice. All right. Nice. It's working. Not really surprising to me, but you put you guys on the tailstock and see if it'll be way too crazy or if it'll be cool. You guys can't really see what's going on, huh? Oh well. How about now? Now you can see. Nice.
Search and offers the most up-to-date CPE catalog with more than 10,000 CPE credits across hundreds of topics. So get it done. Find the courses you need to stay ahead.
Man, I cut this spacer way too long if that's the case. Let me actually turn it down a little bit. Probably cutting too deep. I'm not going to use this part anyways. I'm just going to use it to mark where I need to cut it. You can see how this lathe is not rigid at all. It's got all sorts of flex. Also, it doesn't help that the end is not supported, but you know. All right. So I actually only need let's see. I'm actually only using this part right here. So let me go cut a chunk of it off with the bandsaw, because it doesn't make any sense to sit here and use the cut off and it'll take 10 times as long. This is the intermission part where I go run and take a piss while I cut this thing and potentially harm myself on accident. Because I'm being careless. Great. Where's my vice grips at? Oh. Right when I see. What did I tell you? Did you see that? I was wearing my safety goggles and they prevented my head from the concussion. That's what thinking ahead does. Okay, I don't have a freaking... Where's my vice grips? I have no idea. Those two have vanished. And I just was looking at them the other day. Patriotic safety goggles have returned to the web store. Just kidding. There is no web store. Sorry. Didn't mean to burst your bubble. Okay. If anyone does have an extra pair of vice grips, feel free to send them to me. I will use them. Right now. I guess I'll just have to use this. I guess this will just have to make do. Just gonna cut this. Yeah, this will be good enough. Check this out. You guys know who this is? He's riding a KZ1000. It's pretty sick. If you know who he is, tag him in the comments. Ask him if he still has that bike. Highly doubt it. But if he does, that'd be cool. This is gonna be way harder without my dang vice grips.
entire websites in a click. Get Chrome with Google Translate built in.
Now on Artlist, your VO3 credits are worth more, so you can generate way more.
So I'm out here sweating, and it costs less?
I'm doing all this heavy lifting for less credits?
Are you kidding me? So more videos mean more takes?
That's right.
I'm not eating this again.
Go to Artlist and generate more.
Nice. Got it. Okay. That was not the most conventional way to do that, but got it. Anyways, got it done. So who cares? As long as it gets done, right? I'll do it from up here. That way you can see. Smash my head on something. Okay. Cut quality on that. What I just did right there, I'd say probably I don't know, maybe B+. Check this out. If you guys have a mini lathe and you have a 3D printer, printing out these soft jaws in case you're working on something smaller or whatever, and you can put it right on your chuck, lathe chuck, whatever you call it. Boom, right there. And you can throw something tiny in there or something that's not going to get marred up. In this case, I don't really care if this isn't like some precision machinery, but you know, it'll be good enough. I think it'll just grip it hard enough where it's not going to ruin it. And just enough to make it worth the while. Okay. So now it's a lot closer to where it should be. And just see if it spins straight or if it's going to fly off and kill me. It doesn't seem like it's on there too straight. You get a new popsicle stick. It's my method. Use a popsicle stick. Throw a couple popsicle sticks behind it. In theory, it'll make it flat. Or one right across would be a flat surface that it could be sitting on, even though it's not really flat on that cut anyways. I think it'll be a little bit closer. Good enough. Let me just clean this up a little bit. So we're only using up to there. Should just use a parting tool. I'm not sure where my parting tool is actually. Just got a new one. This right here. Mini parting tool. It's Probably too huge of a surface to do it, but I'll try it. Boring bar. I'll save it for another time. I'm already almost done with this. Nice. That just broke free. Son of a monkey. It is on my back. Ah. This stupid wheel just broke free. I'll tighten this Allen key up a little bit. It's always something. If it's not one thing. It's 5. At least. Bare minimum. If it's not 5 things, I don't want it. What am I doing? What am I doing here? How am I supposed to tighten this up? I guess this is the disadvantage for mounting this mini lathe onto a Harbor Freight little tool table thing. Well, that would make everything way easier. Hoping this wheel is not broken also. I have neglected this thing completely. I have not put any maintenance into this mini lathe in a long time, so if things are falling apart on it and plastic is deteriorating, then it would not surprise me at all. But it looks like it's good enough. Oh, there goes that Allen key. Never to be seen again. Not till I move out. On the day I move out, I'll say, there it is. Good enough. Let's do it. Just going to take most of this material off the end here and then go back with another tool. Even though it's kind of tapered, oh well. Let's flatten it out. It's like a spike. Nice, okay. Now I'm just gonna touch this up. And just hit the jaws a little bit. Nice.
There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself. It's the difference between being creative and being a creator. Between a homemade recipe and a household.
I'm not trying to let any of these metal shavings go flying in my beard. They will be in there for days, and I won't notice.
Your hard work. You do it yourself. Create your website on Wix.
Chances are you already have a Grammarly subscription. The easiest way to score top essay marks like this is to
Nice.
just
That's
ask
actually a
Grammarly
pretty
to
decent
find
finish
gaps
for this
in your
little
essay.
mini lathe.
It basically suggests areas for further reading.
Can
and
you
helps make
suggest
your
areas
argument-
for me to be better at what I do as far as making stuff with a mini lathe? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, so I am going to flip this around and clean this other side up last, because that's the least important thing in my opinion. I'm going to use this other little cheap tool that I got on probably eBay a long time ago to clean up this outside, and then Dang it, I kept a little drill bit around here just so I could take this tool post off, and it is vanished as well. Let's see, there's got to be something right here. How about a little piece of titanium? That might work. Okay. Let me actually change this fever dream music. Okay. Is a little more action oriented, which is what I need. Forgot I got these little titanium rods for some reason. What was I planning on doing with these? You guys want to see something strange? Another experimental feature. I'm sure you guys know what this is. This is 24 AUG 0.5 millimeter activation, 70 degrees Celsius. It's a nickel titanium, I think, alloy. Nitinol. You guys seen this? Memory metal. Obviously it's all bent. And I don't know if this is going to, let's see what I had kept this in a shape of before. Oh, whoa. So you can see with heat, it's all straightened out. I think I was trying to make a spring with it at one point. You can actually make little, I've seen engines that run off of, not engines, but I guess turbines of some sort that run off of nitinol springs with hot and cold water. That's pretty interesting. Anyways, I bought that maybe 15 years ago. And that little tiny bit of wire cost me $15 for like a foot of it. And my plan was, and maybe still is, to essentially make a Batman style grappling gun with it. And that would be the mechanism for, instead of a rope pulling you up, it would be a coil of nitinol. And whenever it's heated, it would pull, it would retract. So weird. Why would I make that? You can become Batman now? Maybe. I would consider making it if I had the ability. And maybe I will someday. Nice. Okay. Let me get one more little pass on there. All right. Nice. So that's pretty much flat, and that's where I want it to be. And now I'm just going to start and get a little hole in there. I also 3D printed these holders for these quick change tool post things back when I had a 3D printer. Okay, now, where did that thing run off to? Let's see, I think I saw it actually sitting right here. Yep. Nice. For once I went and looked for something and it was just sitting right where I was supposed to be. Okay. I'm going to be using these boring bars. So obviously the hole cannot be super tiny, or else it's not gonna work. Let me use this little, I don't know what this is, countersink, drill bit, can't remember. Too much information. Now that I'm 37 years old, one little bit of information, if someone accidentally tells me something and I accidentally memorize it, whatever memory I had as a child just gets deleted out of the SSD. All right. Almost grabbed this as if it was doing it. As if that's what I was supposed to be doing. Nope. Dang, that thing went in there like butter. When I was a kid, I would go out in my garage, and my dad had this huge drill press. Yep, that's not the right thing. My dad had this huge drill press, and I guess I could just put a drill bit in and just start drilling right through it. I would just sit out in the garage and just pull down on the lever and drill through this big chunk of aluminum for no reason. It was just entertaining. And I guess I should have told me something from the get-go. It is highly satisfying to just drill through aluminum, so can't really argue with that. Okay, consider. Yeah. Try to get away with that first. It's like the thing I always say, like before something terrible happens with a project. Should be good. Okay. All right. Let's go for it. Drill through this a little bit. No lube. I can already see that drill bit is going in there crooked, but that's okay. I'll throw some of this on there since I have it and never use it, and I'm kind of tired of looking at it. You guys ever use this stuff? That's a song that comes on when you try and use this stuff. This stuff is crap. It's just like falling apart. Stupid. Just grab some oil. That's why I just keep my, most of the time I just keep a little used motor oil. Way easier. I don't know what the purpose of this is, just not burn up the bit, I'm guessing. Probably just get away. Yeah, I mean, boring it would probably be pretty easy. Once I get a decent sized hole. Do not want to break the bit off in there. That sucks. I say that sucks when the bit breaks off in there because I have definitely done it a bunch of times. So you don't want to do that now. Not while I'm live. Because that would be pretty entertaining. Super clogged up with aluminum chips, so trying to evacuate some of those out of there. Nice. Felt it poke through, so good. Yeah, look at this handle that I made for this. It's just literally a piece of round stock that I freaking cut. Drill a hole in. All right, so we need to get a bigger drill bit on there. Piping hot. I'll probably go up a couple steps since it's aluminum and I don't respect it. I have no respect for it since it's just easily, you can just easily drill through it. Okay. Nice and oily. Sitting directly into my beard. Okay. Don't want any long chips flying up and grabbing the whole pile and flinging it around. That's happened a lot too. All right. Let's see. Put a really big bit on there. See if I can get away with that. Let's see. 2364. 2364. It's easy to say. 64. Whose idea was that? Come on. 64th. Nice. Seems to be working. Where did my little brush go? Like I said, I don't want any of these chips getting caught and hitting the whole pile and throwing it everywhere. It's a huge mess when that happens. I really should clean this thing off, but not right now.
This fish for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
I simply wrong day.
I'm just here for pick six.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6.
Pick 6.
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Okay. Let me check the diameter. No, you don't need to update right now, Windows. Sorry. Not right now. You guys ever notice when you wake up in the morning and Windows has updated itself overnight and all of a sudden there's 20 new programs on your computer that are slowing it down that you never use and you didn't really want them to download it? Well, all I do is disconnect the Wi-Fi, turn it off every single night on my laptop. Just turn it off. And then I don't select the option that says connect automatically. Just leave that off. Because then it won't connect automatically. Voila. Okay. So, gonna get away with this. Yep. Definitely. Let's see. Oh yeah. So yeah, then my computer just never updates automatically. It just has to wait until I tell it to. And then during the day, it'll say, hey, do you want to update? And then it's like, nope. Just snooze. Hit snooze on it. I don't need to update that thing. Leave it alone. It's my computer. Leave my computer alone. I don't really need Xbox game Center. I don't have an Xbox. And I don't play games. You hear that thing grinding the gears on it, so I don't want to push it. I'm gonna check the boring bar that I have. I think it'll actually be small enough to fit in there now. All right, let's switch plans. Switch strategies. Switch camera angles. How's that? Hold on. Yeah, that camera angle is not going to work. There we go. All right. That'll have to work for now. This boring bar over here. Way out there. And let me just get a rough estimate. Okay. We can go a little bit bigger. Okay. Make a rough cut and then see where it's at. So it's supposed to be at 14.7. Let me write that down. Where my marker go? 14.7. And right now it is at 12.8. So 2 more. .7. So it's not much more. All right. Measure this. 14.2. Just a hair more. Guess 14.8. just over 14.6. Dang, 0.1 millimeter off of exactly the size of the axle, which is probably not. I'd probably go a hair higher, a hair more than that. So make it a little bit bigger. Check this real quick. 14.7 is exact, so okay, 15.1, that's good enough. All right, so it'll give me a little bit of wiggle room. Let me compare it to the old spacer. I'm just curious. Where'd that thing go? Oh, my pocket. Old spacer was 15.3. So if I'm at 15.1, then that's pretty good. That means it's actually a little bit better than the old one. And like I said, this is just for kind of just temporary purposes for me to ride it around and for my coworker to ride it around. So when he gets the rear caliper, I'm not sure if it comes with a part, a spacer, just for the caliper or something, so.
PC Liquidations provides computer and telecom solutions for your office or home. For 33 years, PC Liquidations has been providing quality, refurbished IT equipment to businesses, government agencies, and consumers. We have A+ certified technicians in-house. Nothing leaves our facility without being tested. Thousands of monitors, desktops, laptops, phones, and printers are ready to ship to you. Browse our large selection of electronics for your home or office today at PCLiquidations.com.
Perfect. They have mini lathe parts. Just about there on this side. Getting pretty close. You just do it one little final pass to clean it up. Alright, well, that's as far as that boring bar will go in there. And I have two options. I could either put a longer one in there, or I could swap the part around, but I think I think it would actually be better if I just put a longer one in there, because I don't want to throw off. I know it's probably not centered in there perfectly, so I don't want to chance it. Probably better off to just leave it in there and get a longer boring bar on there. It would be nice if I could organize these at some point. Or at least have a couple sets of them that are all organized. Here's one. Not really the right one. No, that'll ruin it. It'll ruin it. Ruin it. Really ruin it. That would have set me back days. Ah, almost. So close. Come on. Okay, here's one. This has to be it. Oh yeah, that's it. Right there. That's the one. Oh, come on. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's all I need is to mess one of these up right now. Okay, get the boring bar out and get a longer one on there. That'll work. This one hasn't broken. Let's see, what about this one? Well, I think I'm actually gonna have to drill through this a little bit more before I can do that. Of course I'm gonna have to do that. I have to make the hole a little bit bigger. You guys can get a up-close personal view of what that's going to be like. Let's see. See if this will work. See where I want it. Okay. Let's see. Actually, let me try this. Hold on. There we go. Nice. Drill POV. Uh-oh. This is, uh-oh. There. Oops, hold on. This clamp is not the best quality, but I will make it work. Okay, let's try that. How's that? Okay. All right, come on. Enough. Pipe down. Pipe down. Cut it out. I will turn this mini lathe right around. This might be very violent, so. Okay. Said reconnecting, so I'm guessing my phone was having a heart attack. There, that works. The hole is big enough for, I believe, the boring bar to go in there. Make sure this thing is off. The last thing I want is this thing to turn on with my little fingies in there. All right. So let's see. Let's see if I can do this. All right. So now at least you guys can see what I'm doing. This bigger boring bar on here and get this piece of plastic off. Brand new. There. Down there. There. Oh, that's going to be an issue. Let me get this drill bit off of here. And put this back on. Hopefully this doesn't fall off. There we go. Okay. On there. Let me get my light over here real quick so I can see a little bit better. Oh, nice. Put a hook up here so I could see what I was doing. That was thoughtful of me. Okay, I'm just peeking there and see what I'm doing. Huh. Oh, it's probably because that's not centered. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that should go all the way through. Let's turn this thing on and see what happens. All right, it's pretty close. Nice. All right, I think that's enough. Let's check it out and see. It's probably boiling hot. Probably just not be that dumb about it. Okay, so just that little step left. I think it'd be a lot easier if I just flipped it around and did it from this side. So let me clean these jaws out a little bit. Packed with aluminum. Absolutely jam-packed. I'm so weary about sticking my fingers in there. more so than a garbage disposal. I feel like this thing would just tear your fingers off without even thinking twice. Garbage disposal would, I feel like, would maybe feel a little bad about it. This thing would not even blink. You just rip all your fingers off without even a second thought. All right. One more pass, and just to clean this out, and then boom. So that's right where I was at when I pulled it out. I'll just make a little mark so I can have a visual. Okay, move in a little. Alright, let me just double check and make sure this is good enough. Okay, makes no sense. Way too small. Oh, I see. You put the shorter one back on there, and then I think it'll be good. It's not rigid enough to, it's like flexing, so it's not at the right diameter. Inside. This one looks pretty good. I'm just eyeballing this, so obviously it's not going to be super accurate as far as putting these tools in here, but it's okay. Again, I am just literally making a spacecraft, so it does not really matter that much.
Good morning, guys.
I'm going to be flying this thing into lower orbit, so don't worry. If you guys are just joining, this is I'm making part of the bearing system for the rocket propulsion thing that I've been working on. Need to tighten up the nibs on this thing. Do the same thing I did on the other side. 14.3. And it's supposed to be 15.1. How's that for accurate? Like that? Eagle eye. Nice. Perfect. Perfectly off center. And not done. There's one tiny little part in there that I cannot get because that boring bar is not long enough. And I will have to put the longer one on and just try and knock it loose. Just one little tiny piece in there. This thing is about 85% done. And for what reason? Who knows? Why I decided to make this wheel spacer, it just really annoyed me that the old one was like missing 85% of what should have been there. So just more annoyance than anything, I guess. The inability to leave well enough alone struck again. But satisfaction of putting this thing on the bike probably be pretty good. Okay, it should be good. Right there. All right, enough with the screaming boring bar. Anything but boring. Okay. Where did my little titanium rod go? Of course, it's missing now. Vanished. Probably rolled underneath something here. I guess that's the major downfall of it being titanium, is it is not magnetized. Let's see. Enough. You are the new candidate. And let's see. We'll put this guy back on there. Okay, let me just clean this up a little bit on the outside. Let me actually see if I can put this right here. A little more up close. Not the key in the chuck. You didn't see that, Jesse. Come on, man. All right, I think that's pretty much good enough. What do you guys think? An hour to make a wheel spacer that is clearly, look at those steps in there. Nice. That's a feature. That's a wear feature. So, in case you're curious, it's a wear and tear item. And yeah, that's actually what it's there for, designed like that. So, yep, these are little pegs that will go on the outside so you can ride with your buddy on the back, like a BMX bike. Just kidding. This is the spacer that's going to go in here. And I made it a little big, I believe, so that I could cut it down and not have to make another one. So I'm going to measure this one last time, and then we can cut it down a little bit. Let me throw this up here while I measure this. Okay. So let me actually put this axle adjuster, or this, whatever this is, spacer, in here, like so. And let's see, I guess I'd like to measure it. While it's worked up, so I will attempt to do this. Loosen this up without moving it, and measure just like this. And so 41.6 millimeters, and this thing is just a little bit longer than that, so 41.6, and this is 43.3. So let's see. Just mark this real quick on here. The cheapest possible caliper that you can use. This thing is like less than $10 at Harbor Freight. This is seriously the cheapest you can get it. I don't even think it's accurate at all. That's okay. I'm still gonna use it. There it is. 41.6 millimeters right there. And I'm just gonna mark this thing. Scratch it on there with this plastic caliper. Okay, let me just throw this thing in the lathe. I'm just going to keep the camera where it is because this is only going to take me literally 20 seconds to do. Yeah, I know it's been exactly 20 seconds now, but you know what? Give me 15 more seconds and then I'll be done. Starting now. Okay. That was for cosmetic purposes only, so that didn't even count. Did not count against the 15 seconds. 15 seconds. All right. It's good. It's made. Time to put it on. Time has come. Now, I will do what is always needed to be done. I will put this axle spacer on here the way it was intended. If I do not drop the bike, I'm holding it up with one arm right now. And I don't dare drop that. Oh, uh-oh. Went into a bit of a snag here. Okay, well, now I'm stuck holding the motorcycle up with one arm. Luckily, this thing doesn't weigh much. There we go. Okay, there we go. That was fun. Be 10 times easier if I just had a jack underneath there. Where is my other motorcycle jack? Just have one sitting right here. Oh, perfect. That would have been 1,000% easier the entire time, but less entertaining. Yes, much less entertaining. All right.
Bro, I know you like going for the sunset, but when you gonna give it to the people?
Okay. Just put this thing on the jack and no turning back. I think I had a 4x4 laying around here somewhere. It's perfect right now. Right, sitting under my other motorcycle. Okay, maybe this will work without it. Nice, if this will work as is, that would be sick. Just need to lift it off the floor a little. Nice, looks like it's gonna work. Perfect. Just loose enough. You just want it loose enough. Just loose enough. Okay, I felt bad about that one. I thought it was a mosquito, and I tried to clap it, and then it was actually a little moth. So, my bad. My bad on that one. All right, let's see if I can get this nice and easy now. Woohoo! I can take all the time in the world now. Actually needs to be, looks like a little bit smaller. Let's see, let me take this out and measure it. Actually, that might be perfect right there. That is yeah, just a tiny bit smaller. Let's see. We throw this thing in there. Okay. So with that in there, it's actually perfect without this spacer. So that would make sense because that's how I measured it. Okay. And the chain looks straighter now. So to adjust the chain a little bit. Tension. Nice. Well, that looks pretty good. The spacer has worked successfully. I'll show you guys. So that's the new spacer in there. And you can see it's got a tiny bit of play in there. So that when I tighten it down, it has somewhere to go. It's not just completely tight in there. So that's much better than it was before. Before there was probably about as big as this spacer of a gap in there. And the wheel was just able to shift around. So now the new spacer's in there. Now I can tighten it up and it'll be a lot better than it was. This chain is not, you can see the tires kind of off, so that's as good as it's going to get. I'll probably be working on getting a new pod filter for them, getting a new battery, hooking up the starter, all that stuff. I'm just gonna finish, actually there's kind of a really useful end point. All right. I'm just gonna put this rear axle nut on here and see how it feels now that I have put this new sticker in here compared to the old one. It doesn't feel right. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. Well, that's a lot more solid than it was. It was, it had like I said, like almost half-inch play in there when I first got it, so success. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Throw this seat back on here. Yeah, tomorrow I will be getting the clutch purge and clutch cable in. So, oh, I see. That's what holds the seat on there.
What if the next step in your career is closer than you think? With Coursera Plus, learn from more than 300 experts like Microsoft, Duke, and IBM, so you can build new skills, earn job ready.
I'm trying to build new skills with fit bikes. Just throw the seat bolt on here. All right. It's pretty good. Comparatively to how it was, it's good. Like I said, I also got the front brake worked out, so that's kind of sick. Whoa, watch out. You guys are on the swing cam. Just kidding, it's not a real thing. Oh, there goes my mic again. Nice. I just used the magnet on the microphone to get my beard stuck in it. Perfect. The Courtney doll, or the Courtney mask is getting pretty dirty. That's good. It'll look even more grotesque now. Let me move this bike and get the other bike and Talk about the other bike. Okay. CB 750. Just gotta put some of these tools away. Got too many Harbor Freight grinders laying around. Okay. Give you guys a brand new vantage point. This camera angle is on the Bug Assault bug gun that is hanging from the ceiling. So it's going to be really rickety, but you'll get a bird's eye view and a brand new camera angle that no one has ever seen before, along with this floating Cyclops head. Did you guys watch the video where I was riding around with my Cyclops mask on? That was fun. Oh. It is 11:38. I'm supposed to be up and awake and at 5 a.m. But that wheel spacer, that thing was worth it. I've been wanting to do that for at least 2 days. And my lower back was starting to feel really good and did not have any pain in it whatsoever. So I said, you know what, that cannot happen. I've got to get that lower back hurt. And that's what I've done. I've also bonked my head approximately 7 times during this live stream. That's fun. Should I make bingo cards for how many times I will do something dumb live? Doesn't want to go up. There we go. Okay. Spacers. Okay. Put all this stuff away. those over here. Co-host for the time being. Okay, I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the Ultima as far as the oil lines and the AN fittings. I know it's 3/8 inch oil lines that I need, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go with AN fittings or maybe I will just use regular hose clamps for now until I can figure it out, because it's kind of holding up the whole build right now for the Ultima. Figuring that little aspect out, so either do or die. Okay. Boom, boom.
Need a UGC video for your business?
Yes.
Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr.
Okay.
Or you could grab a top camera, add good lighting to make everything pop.
Okay.
Learn the latest trends, stay updated.
Okay.
Change fast. Plan your
What we're gonna do right
No,
here
thanks.
is go back. Way back. Back into time.
Heavy breathing. Man, what I would not give for a little storage space. I painted myself into a corner, man. Where I do my best painting, in a corner. Yeah, the calipers for the CB750 front calipers. The one that I bought was like 20 bucks, $24. The only other ones I could find were like $200. You want to spend that much for a dang brake caliper that I'm going to use like 10 times and then never use again? Come on. I'd rather just work on that Springer fork and get that thing going. Probably make it work. All right, that's about it for me, guys. About it. It's about it. I'm heading out. See you guys.